Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering.
Yes!
And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed, and today we toast Tiffany Delso of New York City, New York. Now, first, let's all agree that no matter your opinion of Facebook, it has ushered in a new era of social sharing, allowing users to connect with family, friends, community, and you can do it with people from around the globe. But you know who else is more connected? The police. And the criminals that they're looking for. Now, that's where Tiffany comes in. I do not know the crime she committed, but the cops asked for the public's help in identifying her. All they had was a description and then an artist sketch based on that description. They posted it to Facebook. Well, Tiffany responded with a post of her own that read, and I quote, LOL, nice try, NYPD. I'm way hotter than your ghetto-ass sketch of me. And to prove it, she posted a photo of herself, along with her name, and the cops arrested her 6 hours later. Hey, they had a sketch, and she was right. She's a good-looking broad, much better looking than the sketch, but she posted a picture from her Facebook account that has her name, her picture, the admission of the crime, and LOL. I look nothing like that. Yeah, it turns out the cops, they pieced it all together, Miles. True detective work there.
Facebook is really helping out law enforcement.
It is. They're like, by the way.
Not that all criminals weren't the brightest, but some are. But still, with Facebook, man, it just weeds out. It makes it easy for everybody.
The smarter ones are not on Facebook. Or, not that they're not on Facebook, but they're not posting about the crime.
You don't have to stalk someone's house. You can just watch them on Facebook and go, oh, you idiot.
Exactly. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello.
Hola. All right, Brian, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
That's fantastic because I just explained it. But you might also know that you have one of three stories to choose from. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Let's do drugs.
Drugs! Yeah, hit it. Here it is. Yeah. All right, Brian, listen up. Here is your story. A wanted man was arrested with a stolen handgun after ramming a squad car and another vehicle while trying to flee. Now, officers have been searching for Anthony McGee, 32 years old, as a suspect in a battery investigation when an officer noticed a Mercedes that had been described as a vehicle that McGee might be operating. Well, an officer pulled into a parking lot and parked behind the vehicle due to being fearful that if it was this guy McGee, he might flee, and also that he was likely armed with a weapon. Well, McGee appeared to be sleeping in the driver's seat, but after officers attempted to contact him, he put the vehicle in the drive and rammed both a squad car and a second nearby vehicle. At this point, officers are forced to break a window and use what they call an electronic control device, taser, to stop him from continuing to ram cars, and they finally got the chance to arrest him. But they located a loaded gun, sure enough. But they also noticed some drugs after the arrest, and he was taken to the Dane County Jail on tentative charges of possession of a firearm, receiving stolen property, and possession with intent to deliver. Now, my question is, he had multiple drugs on him. The question is, you guess the one that he did not have on him. Was it PCP, bath salts, crack, or heroin? So PCP, bath salts, or heroin, one of these he did not have on him.
Did it say he was asleep when they contacted him?
Yeah. Well, again, as the police report says, he appeared to be asleep at the wheel. As soon as they tried to contact him, again, as they say, he snapped up, immediately started the car, started ramming vehicles to get out of there. So I don't know if he was asleep, if he was trying to go to sleep. Just keep in mind, the cops followed him into the parking lot. So I don't know how quickly one falls asleep. But
would you say PCP, crack, bath salts,
and heroin? Yeah.
Heroin.
I feel like it would be bath salts. I don't feel like that's a drug that you would sell very often. Because it said intent to deliver, so I imagine he's got enough to sell, so I feel like it would be bath salts, but what do you guys think?
I don't think it's a bad theory. I don't know anything about bath salts, where you get them.
I have not heard a positive story of them. That's all I can tell you.
It just doesn't seem like it would be something that you'd have regular customers who would just come back for more, but at least after the experiences I've heard. PCP's pretty heavy. I don't disagree with you, Brian. I think I'm going to go bath salts as well.
I think that's the way I want to go. I just don't feel like that's something you hear about, like people getting busted for selling all the time.
Ted?
I mean, the cops followed him into the parking lot.
Yes.
And then he fell asleep pretty quickly.
It would see. It's best I can tell from the story, yeah.
So, I mean, that makes me lean towards heroin.
That he definitely had on him.
That he just... Right, because we got to figure out which one he didn't have.
Correct. Which one he did not have.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. I was thinking about that the wrong way.
Okay, yeah. So one of these he did not have in his possession.
Yeah, he brings up a good point. I don't know much about bath salts, but I don't know how you sell them. But you didn't say he got popped for selling any particular one of these drugs. He just got popped for intent to distribute any of them.
Yeah, that's what he ended up getting arrested. And they were looking for him for a battery charge. So they didn't realize, and they knew he probably had weapons on him. So drugs weren't even part of their initial scenario. But when they searched the car, they're like, Jesus Christ, man, you're a drug dealer too. Okay.
Man, that's a tough one. Yeah, I guess bath salts makes the most sense. But I don't know a ton of people that mix crack with PCP either. I mean, I know like two, but those guys are crazy. Talking about you, Charles.
All right, Ted, what are you thinking?
You know what? I'm in. Let's say there was no bath salts.
So we're going to do the sweep. Brian, you're taking bath salts. I'm taking bath salts. Ted is as well. All right, we're going to find out what he did not have. Was it PCP, bath salts, crack, or heroin next?
That was a tease.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has a wide range of electrified vehicles, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Only available in select states. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering. Yes! And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category drugs on Profiles. Got a man arrested after ramming a patrol car, then hit another car. He had an unregistered gun on him. He was wanted for something else. Battery or something. Battery. Either way, he wouldn't get out of his car. They broke the glass. They tased him. They took him into custody. He had a bunch of drugs on him, which they did not know. He had so many drugs that we're asking today, what drug did he not have in possession when he was arrested? Would that be PCP, bath salts, crack, or heroin?
And Brian, that is the very question that we posed to you. Now, you instantly, with some thought, said bath salts, and you explained why you thought that would be the case. And then Miles agreed with you, basically to the same theory. And then Ted, you bounced around a little bit, but in the end, we got a unanimous agreement here. You guys all think it was bath salts. Okay!
We're all winners. We're all winners.
That's right.
Congratulations, Brian. Nice work.
Thank you, bath salts.
That's right. Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Did you guys watch the football this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watched the little football game. Started out great with that game with Maryland, your Terps, on Friday night, man.
Yeah.
That was a ball game.
18.5-point underdogs. They came back and won.
Well,
Overtime.
they said at least one team from Maryland needs to win a football game.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? You started your weekend off, right?
I did. I was very excited. Talked to some people, but yeah, it was good to see Maryland actually win a game.
You did, look, if you're not a Maryland football fan, one, ask yourself why. Correct.
Right.
It's just, we never see a victory with that team. It's certainly not like that.
Sure. And a couple, I told you, man, a couple of the articles I read just like on the entire weekend perspective on NCAA football, if you're going to bet or whatever, that the guaranteed lock. It was the Gophers or pick the spread.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Whatever the deal was, everybody was saying, like, you want to win money? You bet for Minnesota on this one.
Did anyone see an NFL game that did not have a fist fight? Like, I understood Steelers Ravens. Like, right, they don't like each other. It was an intense game, and yes, Steelers fans, congratulations. But it was a fantastic game. They played each other the way they should play, right?
Started with Florida, Missouri on Saturday.
Right, and then there's New Orleans, Chicago. They have nothing to do with each other. Like, why are you fighting?
It was a very chippy weekend in football.
I mean, it's like everybody just hated everybody.
You know what? Maybe it had something to do with the full moon and losing an hour of sleep.
You know
People
what?
are just pissed.
It's that hour of sleep.
Yeah.
I'm just out of sync today. I mean, seriously,
I can't
it
take
just
it anymore.
pisses people off.
It pisses them off a
Shut
lot.
the clocks back and I had to get the F up for the goddamn game.
Seahawks look good, though. There was a relatively uneventful Seahawks game.
It was not down to the wire for a change, but I'm
Yeah.
sure no Seahawks fan was, unhappy about that. So they don't have a heart attack.
Yeah, you're just so, I mean, for me, I'm just so used to it.
You just assume.
Right, even watching that game in the fourth quarter, it's like,
Something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen.
The Seahawks and the Falcons. Like,
Yeah.
to me, it's always going to, and both teams, they won handily.
Whatever happened yesterday, it doesn't matter. I mean, the 49ers, they're done now. They lost Kittle. They lost a quarterback. They lost a couple other guys. I mean, that game was brutal on their roster.
Right, and they were already kind of not under the weather. Jesus. They already
under the
Mostard's
injury
already
weather.
gone.
They already had players that were missing this and that.
Yep.
So yeah, right. From what I could tell today, it seems like the Niners are like, all right, we're kind of
They
good.
folded the season.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, it's the NFC
I heard that apparently the Jets game just stayed competitive.
No.
Jets.
And it's, we got a ball game. Like, no, you don't. Not on this channel.
All right, so I have a list here of the NFL players and coaches who complain the most. You want to start with quarterbacks or coaches?
These are all current coaches?
Correct.
Because I can neither confirm nor deny what I may or may not have heard from my brother.
Complain the most.
Complain the most.
I know for a fact that Harbaugh is a complainer. John.
All right, so you want to start with coaches?
Yeah.
John Harbaugh is second on the list.
He is. Okay.
He is.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
a
his
complainer.
brother is worse.
Pete Carroll does not complain. He just throws the challenge flag. He walks away.
Sure.
It's not like
He makes a statement. He doesn't complain.
he doesn't get in people's face.
Belichick.
John Gruden.
So Belichick is number one.
Yeah.
Then Harbaugh. I can't say that word right now.
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Gruden?
Next on the list, Sean McDermott from the Buffalo Bills.
Huh. Okay. I don't see enough Bills games to know that.
I thought he was the Rams coach. I'm mixing my guys up.
Who?
Sean, what's his face? Isn't he the good-looking guy that coaches in L.A.?
That's Sean McVay.
Sean McVay, okay.
Let's see. The next guy, it's in his name. He coaches the Bears. Matt Nagy.
Oh, yeah.
I might not even tell you who the head coach of the Bears was, so I was not going to win that one.
I just want
now.
to let Matt Nagy know it's not the official, or yeah, it's your team.
All right, let's try this one. Can you name the coach of the Carolina Panthers?
Rivera left.
Oh, man. No. Is he on the list?
Yep, he's fifth on the list.
Okay.
Matt Rule.
That guy.
Oh, yeah.
That
okay.
guy. Yeah, that guy. Well, Rivera was there forever.
He was.
I know this is teams you just don't care about.
All right, so now let's go with the quarterbacks that complain the most.
Phillip Rivers.
That's not a bad guess.
He's not on the list.
Okay, I've got one. I've got one just based on the way that he gets punished out there, and I know he's not playing great, but Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, number 2 on the list.
Okay.
All right.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, number 1 on the list.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Not on the list.
Okay.
He has the same complaint as Newton. And everyone just hates
Russell Wilson does not complain.
He does not. He's not on the list.
All right, hang on. Let me go.
Dak Prescott, he does not complain.
Think of
Drew Brees.
Think of older quarterbacks that have been around for a while.
So no Brees.
So we got Rivers, we got Brady.
Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
well done.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is on the list. Also, Nick Foles of the Bears.
Really?
Yeah.
I just always
Big D Nick.
I always just assume that he's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite out there, like, oh, shucks.
Well, that's the look on his face.
I mean, doesn't he look like
he looks
John,
like an idiot?
He looks like John Heater, doesn't he?
He does look a little bit like that.
Guys, it's unfair.
Catch the ball. What's going on?
I don't know if you know, but he's been holding.
Yeah.
The other one of the top 5 quarterbacks who complain the most, a new person to the league. A lot of people like him. Josh Allen of the Bills.
Really?
Okay.
Well, I guess they don't like coach like quarterback.
Yeah, there seems to be a correlation between annoying quarterbacks and annoying coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about annoying announcers?
I don't have
Joe Buck wins again.
No. I was just like, this really bothered me. I don't know why this bothered me, and I don't really care. But Chris Collinsworth kept bringing up last week that Russell Wilson throws a moon ball, which means he's just throwing it over the shoulder.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Letting the receiver run on the ball. It's kind of hard to defend. If you can outrun the defender, you got a chance at the ball. So Collinsworth starts calling this a moon ball every time Russell Wilson throws any pass. And I'm like, that's not a moon ball. Like, there he goes again with that moon ball. Well, this week, whoever the announcer was on this week's game picked up on that terminology. So they're like, oh, there's Wilson with another moon ball. I'm like, I don't care if it's a goon ball. The thing works. I don't care. You call it whatever. Peyton Manning threw the ugliest ball maybe in NFL history, but he won 2 Super Bowls. Like, he's strategically throwing it in to lob it down into someone. It's like, that's not his specialty, but he does it better than anyone else.
All the time.
But for whatever reason,
Season after
not that he's wrong or right, it drove me nuts.
I would say that is his specialty, though. I mean, I think you could make the argument
Patrick
that
Mahomes
Russell
throws
Wilson
the same
throws the best deep ball in the NFL.
But they always act. It kind of reminds us
Like
of
they're shocked by it or something.
Throws a lot of different balls and everything.
He does.
But just pure, like, deep ball, like, dropping that thing in there. I think Russell does the best.
It's not that. We're saying he does, but the announcer should not be so shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
Another moon ball. They never call
it's
it
what he
Look,
does.
If you drop one in another game, they would never call it a moon ball. I don't know where this came from.
Chris Collinsworth. He started.
I guess so.
Moon ball.
Moon balls.
I'm tired of hearing about moon balls.
Chicken lick on.
Tired of hearing every week with these moon balls.
Right.
Every week.
We know. We throw another moon ball.
Throw as many moon balls as you want, man. It works.
I'd eat them.
Moon balls?
Moon balls?
Yeah, if you showed
like as
up.
a dessert, it'd probably be like
Yeah.
it'd be like ice cream that's like
Covering a marshmallow or something.
frozen or deep fried or something like that. You know
Even
what
if it's not dessert. What if it's just like
Neil
meatballs?
Armstrong naked?
I'm just saying either
An
way.
astronaut lying in your bed?
You had me at moon balls.
it does sound like it's a possibility of a dessert to me.
Yeah.
Or a condition.
Yes, we'll split the moon balls.
Fine, one for you.
Bring 2 spoons for the moon balls.
It's actually a sausage ball.
I'm only going to eat half one. She'll eat a ball and a half. I know her.
You got to finish your moon ball.
Why is the dessert spoon longer? Is there a... I need to know.
Why is that?
I need to know because the dessert goes in the middle.
I think it's longer because back in the day, people used to get milkshakes.
Well, if you got like a milkshake
still.
or a hot fudge sundae, I
Right, that
understand.
makes sense.
But they still give you this long ass spoon, like, bro, I got a
Like
piece
they're
of
reaching
cake.
4 people over to eat it. All right, here.
So I can feed people at other tables.
Exactly.
Who tried this?
Here, try this moon ball. Put a moon ball in your mouth. You never go back.
Did you get the steak?
Yeah.
Try my moon ball.
You'll never eat a Uranus ball again after these moon balls.
Moon balls are much better.
That's why I like drinking down at Jupiter. They got 3 of them.
Get 3 moon balls. They call it the mutant.
3 different versions.
Oh,
Right?
I found out about that later in life. Yeah.
Doesn't Jupiter have 3 moons?
Jupiter has like 56 moons.
Oh, Jesus. Sean Connery died.
Yes, he did.
That was the worst segue.
That was amazing.
God.
What else you got?
That is a blow to the...
God.
Sounds like that weird kid in class. What's 1 + 1? Corduroy.
The Segway King.
Sorry.
Yes, you did. That was a left turn.
Pull it now.
Sean Connery passed away this weekend. Sorry. It shouldn't be funny.
It's not. It's just how you started. I'd like to ask for your hand in marriage. Oh, and Sean Connery died.
Now we normally would go like, oh, by the way, over the weekend on a sad note,
Right.
Bond fans.
Moonballs. Sean Connery died.
Yeah. Or one of my favorite things, the imitation on Saturday Night Live during Jeopardy. Yeah. Some of the things he brought to the table.
Yeah. His son said he was unwell for some time. Come on, Mike. I'm trying to read this. Oh, this is worse than Tinky Winky.
Well, you got your promo anyway.
Yeah, I guess he had been suffering from dementia, which is obviously sad. So it sounds like the family was happy.
Yeah,
that he
exactly.
passed. He had been sick for a while, so they were happy to see him. But Miles, you are correct. He's obviously famous for being James Bond and a bunch of stuff.
He's famous for being Sean Connery. I was thinking about Sean Connery. It's like, yeah, man, I know you were Bond, but most kids that have any idea of who you are, it's not James Bond. People just know Sean Connery is Sean frickin' Connery.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching him in
Hunt for Red October.
Right, Hunt for Red October.
I'm Indiana Jones's father.
Untouchables.
I'm untouchable. And I'm the guy you like.
He was also one of the first.
I shot a corpse and I am going to be only one.
He was also one of
the
first kind of like heroes, like not even action figure type things, but like you think, okay, like back in the day, if it was Charlton Heston, it's a serious role.
Sure.
All these guys, Marlon Brando, no one really stepped into this character of this, fictional person that was kind of like a Batman or whatever. You know what I mean? Like Superman, just
right.
It was what it was, but like he was cool.
He was, man.
That's the thing. For when he was Bond, he kind of exemplified like that kind of era.
To be a gentleman, because like you said, like Marlon Brando, that dude took himself so seriously. They even like in an awards thing, he was no fun. He was like a fun sucker. You know what I'm saying? And Connery still came off as cool. Like, I really like being a doctor, and of course I bedded women. You're like, all right, man, that's what we want to hear.
Yeah,
your mother wants to sleep with me. Think about that when you go to bed tonight. Your mother would hop in the shack with me in a New York minute.
He was also...
Jetson to the sun, man.
People magazine voted him both sexiest man alive in 1989 and the sexiest man of the century in 1999.
Yep, you got the whole century.
You got the whole century. So, I mean, that's...
Well,
that's
he's also
big time.
90, and, he was alive for most of it.
Right. I thought you were going to say he won both sexiest man and sexiest woman.
He was there for 70 years, so I think he qualifies as far as longevity.
But to stay sexy.
A lot of the Bonds, the surviving Bonds, they tweeted out stuff or had statements. Miles, you're right. I really just like what Daryl Hammond had to say. He always played Sean Connery when they did basically he was Sean Connery on that SNL when they did the Jeopardy stuff.
Yeah.
So... he talked about it, and then Hammond also said, quote, "It makes no sense that Sean Connery hates Alex Trebek. It doesn't make any sense, and yet it's easily the most popular thing I've ever done."
It doesn't make sense that anyone would hate Alex Trebek.
Right, but it's even funnier because it's like, why does Sean Connery have this
but he does
beef
now.
with Alex Trebek?
The penis mightier.
Shuck it, Trebek. Also, Connery himself never hosted SNL.
That would have been an interesting one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, was there a ton known about him other than just being cool?
I will say this. He was from that generation where there was a separation between television and being an actor and being in the movies.
Right.
There was not a lot of cross-pollination. It was almost taboo. You were either one or the other. So I'm not sure if he still lived with that, kind of thing, where it's like, no, I'm a movie guy.
You're right, but I mean, I guess I just feel like there's a lot of movie actors who still do Saturday Night Live.
He was offered a spokesperson for this product or that, or to do this.
They came to me about diabetes before they went to
whatever
Brimley.
Yeah, exactly.
Their stupid mustache.
Yeah.
I like that he hates Brimley now, too.
Always hated Brimley.
For Thomas's English muffins. I mean, whatever it was.
Who is this Thomas?
Yes. He's not even English.
Nooks and crannies. I could listen to Sean Connery say nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies.
But he never did any of that stuff.
No, he did. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't seem like there was a ton known about it. But also, he is a knight.
That's right. He is. Well, was Sir Sean Connery.
That's what I mean. I think he's too good for all that.
Yeah, and like I'm saying, I think he's one of those old school, like, super famous dudes that was just super cool. Like, I feel like at any point he would have shown up in a sports car, like, smoking a cig and like drinking. And you're like, you shouldn't be drinking while you're driving, but you know what, the hell with it. You're Sean Connery.
You shouldn't worry about what strangers do in the vehicle. Now hop in.
It's like a 65 Ferrari convertible or something, like cherry, too.
Oh,
you care if I'm drinking, if I'm going to drive you to the promised land of women that you've never seen before. Get in, Smith, and shut it.
Slow down!
I have a martini in one hand on the steering wheel, and I drive 185 miles an hour.
He also was in, you said The Hunt for Red October, but Dragonheart. That was a movie about a dragon. And the guy I went with cried.
What?
He cried at Dragonheart.
Did the dragon die?
I think the dragon does die.
And he was bent up about that.
He was really into the dragons, man.
I'll be damned.
It's still weird to this day, even saying it out loud. Wait a minute. We're crying because a dragon died in a movie? Like, don't show him Puff.
No. Oh, damn. Spoiler alert, dog.
Spoiler alert. Puff the Magic Dragon couldn't.
Somebody here says Sean Connery should have sold Schweppes. Schweppes. I say it perfectly.
Whenever I'm not getting loaded, I say, F it, drink a Schweppes, because that's all I have.
He just wasn't a social media guy. He just wasn't a social media guy.
But Hunt for Red October, that was a great movie.
It is.
Listen for my singing.
He does seem like the kind of guy that very specifically would drink Schweppes.
I don't like Canada Dry.
Right? Like, do you have ginger ale?
F the Canadians.
Do you have Schweppes?
Schweppes saved my life one time.
Right. When I was a baby, my mother would give me Schweppes. It made my tummy feel better. I can't do his accent.
My stomach.
Mike, have you ever actually heard my official Sean Connery accent?
I don't believe I have, Ted.
Oh, shut up. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I got nothing else. I don't know what else he'd be doing there, what else he'd be saying, but that's about all I got. All right, there is Monday Night Football on. I can't promise you it'll be good because it's the Giants and the Bucks.
I can promise you that it won't be.
The Bucks are good. The Giants are not.
It's that easy.
Anything late night tonight, check out Stephen Colbert. Ironically, he'll have on another late night host, John Oliver.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has a wide range of electrified vehicles, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Only available in select states. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Top Gun Maverick is the #1 movie in the world.
Damn right.
It's an absolute blast from start to finish, and one of the greatest movies ever made.
Having any fun yet?
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Florida, where authorities are looking for the person who stole 50 birds and 2 monkeys from a pet store. Until today, I had never read the headline, Russian Sausage King Murdered by Crossbow in sauna before. In Europe, panic shoppers are once again leaving shelves bare. Florida man goes fishing in a 1,000-pound alligator he did snare. And British Columbian learns that the Dine and Dash thing is a two-parter. It is time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story. We go to BC, Canada, where a woman's attempt to dine and dash ended with her forgetting one vital part. The dash. We covered this a little bit earlier today. Authorities were called by the restaurant's manager after it was determined that she had crawled into the ceiling of the bathroom in an attempt to run out on the bill. Authorities arrived on the scene and were walking about the restaurant when she decided to reveal her hiding spot and fall right through the ceiling. The officers were kind enough to post a video to Twitter for your enjoyment, and the restaurant elected not to press charges. Have you guys seen that video?
They didn't press charges?
Look.
No, I know, right?
This is the most Canadian thing ever, and it's the right thing to do. This woman was not doing the best from a social standpoint, economically.
The woman that hit the ceiling?
And she was also suffering from some mental health issues.
Okay.
When they realized that when she came down, they are actually working with people to see if they can get her some help or see if they can get to the point where they can give her a job.
Oh, no kidding.
That's the Canadian way. So,
well, I just thought of some random, like the times I tried to dine to dad.
Right, exactly.
Nothing wrong with me, dog.
Yeah, a little different situation.
Okay.
A little different circumstances.
At least get her to pay for the ceiling, right? Busted a couple tiles.
They're trying to take care of her mental health. They're trying to see if they can get her on her feet. They're trying to see what they can do to help. So.
Good. I like it. You know what? I like it. Way to go, Canada. In other news, a man in Utah was arrested after an angry phone call. The incident started at the local Village Inn where the man was disrupting multiple people as he screamed a profane conversation into his phone. When he was asked to leave by employees, he became irate and started screaming at them and causing a scene. When police arrived, the man jumped into his car and proceeded to lead police on a dangerous chase, including driving into oncoming traffic for quite a while. Police were eventually able to stop his car and subdue him, which is when they noticed that he was slurring his words and had a chemical smell coming off of him. Pardon me.
Disgusting COVID spread.
A search of his car turned up a pipe with a considerable amount of burned methamphetamine. Mm-hmm. The 71-year-old man was arrested on multiple charges.
71?
71 years old. This guy is still just powerhousing some meth and getting into some trouble.
If he's 71 doing meth, he looks like he's 170.
Oh, I got a shot of this guy somewhere.
Yeah, he does not look good.
No, he does not.
He looks like the guy that you run into in Utah and goes, "You need any help?"
There you go. Come check this guy out. He looks like a 71-year-old man.
You don't want him anywhere near a relative of yours.
You really don't.
Any children?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, considering that he's 71, he looks decent for 71.
Yeah.
But, he looks like a meth head.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who's had some miles.
Yeah, because he's a 71-year-old meth head.
Exactly.
I'm sure the rest of his life before meth was clean.
I'm just saying that the difference between that meth head and like a 35-year-old meth head doesn't look.
Same.
They do. They really do. So maybe he found anti-aging in methamphetamine.
It's my secret. You can look like this too.
Yelling to your phone with a conversation that's not happening. We head to Florida for the harrowing tale of a man and a gator. In an interview, the man revealed that over the last 3 years, while out fishing, the gator would stalk him and his boat. After spotting him again this year, the fisherman returned with his friend that has a state-issued gator tag with an intent to bag the reptile. Using a harpoon and a bang stick, they took the gator out and attempted to bring him back ashore. That's when they discovered that the gator was a hefty 13 feet long and weighed in over 1,000 pounds.
That's crocodile size.
That is a dinosaur.
It really is. And this thing stalking you every time you're out fishing? Yeah, it's all right to go ahead and bring some protection from that one and a little preemptive strike.
I give the guy credit because I'd say, hey, man, I went fishing. I was stalked by a 13-foot-long, 1,000-pound alligator. You fishing again? Nope.
No, I'm done. I'm out.
Nope.
The guy had a 12-foot boat. This gator was bigger than his boat.
See, that's problematic to me.
Right.
You really always fish in a yacht? Yes.
He's going to make a wallet out of that gator.
Oh, God, a lot of them.
That kind of. A doctor in India ran to police after he got tricked into buying a magical artifact. This is a great story. Apparently, two men convinced the doctor, I want to stress that, doctor, to that the lamp in their possession was Aladdin's lamp. Yeah, like the Disney movie. Exactly. They even went so far as to conjure a fake genie out of the lamp. Sold, the doctor bought the lamp from the two for over $70,000. Now he's come to the shocking realization that he's been duped and it's not actually a real lamp.
But they arrested the guys that sold him the lamp. I'm
exactly.
Like, wait a minute. I mean,
I understand false advertising has its ramifications, but it's a fine. It's not arresting.
And this is a grown-ass PhD.
Right, this is
I
a
said,
doctor.
I'm going to sell you Aladdin's lamp. And this grown-ass PhD said, ooh, really? And
right.
Yeah.
Look at this, we're conjuring a genie.
Yeah, and he gave me $70,000. Like, hey, man, that's just great business on an idiot.
Right.
God almighty.
Just oversold it a little bit is all we did. Just trying to get that thing done. I got it.
And by the way, if he's your doctor, change doctors.
Yeah, exactly. Twisted story out of Jacksonville. A woman has been charged for going above and beyond to get custody of her granddaughter. The charges allege that the woman attempted to hire a hitman to assassinate her former son-in-law to prevent him from getting custody of her granddaughter. Unfortunately for her, the man that she hired was actually an undercover FBI agent. She was tracked down and arrested.
Yeah, obviously that guy was unfit.
Yeah, I don't know that hitmen really exist anymore.
Right.
It's almost always going to be a cop.
I just assume it is.
Especially when you look for one on Craigslist.
Right.
Cleaning
man.
Yeah. I went to hitman.com.
He seemed good to me. That is it for headlines with that. Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. Join us tomorrow for what could possibly be the greatest sit and spin ever.
Without question.
At least top 20.
Well, we like it anyway. But in the meantime, we be all up out this bench. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering.
Yes!
And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.